You can't help narcissistic people. You can't help anybody who doesn't have the desire or the willingness to help themselves. Life just doesn't work that way. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism, and this video is about several things you need to remember when you're dealing with a narcissistic person. And one of the first things you need to remember when you're dealing with a narcissistic person is you cannot help them. They're going to give you the false hope that if you just try a little bit harder, all will be okay, but it never works out that way. They're going to give you the false hope that they will change, only they only ever change temporarily in order to get their needs met, and then they revert back into the person they are. They claim that they need your support to give you that desire to go all out to help them and be there for them, and they change temporarily to give you that enthusiasm that is working. Only again, once they've got what they want from you, they change back into the person they claim they weren't, and then they blame you. They accuse you for misunderstanding them. When it comes to most people, you cannot help people who do not recognize an issue within their own behavior, who don't take responsibility for their own behavior, that don't want to repair any damage that they've caused, and that just shift the blame over to you. You cannot help narcissistic people. They will just help themselves to your stuff. They need your emotions. They need your emotional reaction. Your mind controls your emotions, you control your mind. It's not easy, but you have to get a hold of your emotions, because a narcissist is going to provoke whatever emotion they need from within you so that they can exploit you, so that they can get their needs met by you. So they can provoke that feeling of trust and hope and romance and love and enthusiasm and desire within you, gratitude, obligation within you, so you believe within them, so that they can use you as an enabler or a flying monkey, or to get a roof over their head, or to go around and tell people just how amazing they are, to give them the appreciation and the attention that they're so badly craving from you. And then they're going to go all out to provoke negative emotions such as resentment and anger and jealousy and bitterness and hatred and cynicalism, because they're looking to make you out to be the problem. They want to make out that you're the one who's going crazy, you're the one who's causing all the issues, so that they can get away with their behaviour. Remember, narcissistic people need your emotions. So when you are dealing with an emotional manipulator, you have got to take your emotions out of the conversation, out of the equation, because then they can't use them against you. You might have to release them when you're not around them to begin with, until you can grab a hold of your emotions. They're very immoral people. They're morally vacant. However, they find a way to justify their immoral behaviour, to make out that they are morally superior to everybody else, or claim that they're doing it because they're teaching the other person a lesson. The other person needs to learn. They hate having to do it. However, the other person will not learn. When it comes to narcissistic parents, they don't discipline their children. They condition their children into living life on their terms. Yes, we can all parents are capable of conditioning their children to live life on societal terms. The majority of them are doing it from a place of their child's best interest. They're disciplining them into not hurting another child. With a narcissistic person, you'll often notice with a narcissistic person, they'll actually praise their child for hurting somebody else's child, and they will make out that that other child deserved it. We can all go through a stage where our child might perhaps be getting bullied, and we can say, right, go and tell a teacher, nothing works. Go and do this, nothing works. And then we can say, right, just hit him back, as hard as you can. Just get them back. We can all get to that point. With a narcissistic person, they miss the steps. They just go straight into, that child's not allowed to get one over on my child. You need to get that child back. You need to hurt that child. You need to punish that child. That child deserved it. Not, oh, that child's probably got some issues, so they're tormenting you. Perhaps they want to be included. That didn't work. Then you need to exclude them. That didn't work. But then we need to keep looking for other methods. Narcissistic people look for revenge. However, they claim that they're morally superior and virtuous. They will turn around and claim they would never do something. And then they go right ahead and do it and say that you're the one that made them do it. They never deliver, or rarely to never deliver on the promises that they made. They only deliver occasionally, temporarily, to give you that false hope, to breadcrumb you back into the relationship. And once they've got what they want from you, they then fail to deliver on those promises that they made to you. It's not a real connection with them. It feels like a real connection. It's intense because they've used your emotions such as love and romance and desire and excitement and passion to get in there with you. They've mirrored you to future fake with you, so you believe they want the same things as you. So it feels like a real connection. However, it's not a real connection. There's so much inconsistency. They cause so much cognitive dissonance within your reality because you're not living the reality that they're selling to you, yet they're finding a way to blame you. So you have to remember that although for you at that moment in time when you experienced it, it was a genuine connection for you, it wasn't a genuine connection for them. And they weren't the person they were selling themselves to be. You cannot win with them. You cannot win with narcissistic people. They have those double standards. So what you did right for them one day will be wrong the next day. If they were to fall silent on you, it's because they didn't get their own way with you and they're looking to get you to change your no into a yes to serve them. So if they fall silent on you and you fall silent on them, they're going to be offended that you fell silent on them and blame you. If they fall silent on you and you go and chase them, they're going to be offended that you don't respect their space. Yet if you don't chase them, they're offended that you didn't chase. So you cannot win with narcissistic people. It doesn't work. You can try and offer them some friendly advice and they take it as criticism and seek to attack you and might fall silent on you. Yet if they go right ahead and do something and you don't give them that advice because last time they attacked you for it and they mess up and expose themselves or make a fool of themselves, they turn around to you and say, well, why didn't you warn me? You should have warned me. Oh, I warned you last time, but then you did not warn me last time. You cannot win with these people. It's not going in. What goes in is what they want to hear. Everything else is irrelevant to them. And they might want to hear what your plans are so that they can sabotage your plans for you. Yet if you don't tell them what your plans are, they're going to accuse you of lying to them. And if you tell them this, you just cannot win with narcissistic people. The only way to win with narcissistic people is to cut off your supply to them. No longer forgive them, because the more you forgive a narcissist, the worse their behaviour gets towards you. No longer trying to help them. You can't help them. They're just willing to help themselves to your stuff. Stop, cut off your supply of emotions to them. Stop trying to please them. Cut off your supply, because that's what they're after. And when they're no longer getting it, yes, many will escalate their games. They might start love bombing you and coming on strong and doing favours for you and future faking with you, and then they might pity play or guilt trip or claim that they're in a bad way or there's some sort of emergency or crisis to try and get you back on board when they've lost you as their supply. You have to ride out those storms, because as soon as you give them an emotional reaction, as soon as you try to help them, they've got you where they want you, and then they revert back to who they are and hurt you all over again. What you have to remember with a narcissist is when you needed them the most, were they actually there for you? In the love bombing, they might have been there for you to sell you an illusion of how amazing they are and to show everyone around them how amazing they are. But were they genuinely there for you? Because you do not have to be there for those who would not be there for you. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do have a book out, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People, which is currently available on Amazon if you'd like to take a look at that. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.